Oh, sweet.
Like,
Let's have on the second.
that matchup honestly used to be kind of great.
Then play it. I know it's not as, but play it. You should.
I've gone joking against him before. It didn't end well. But I also, like, wasn't really... I still don't really practice joking.
I think that mentality also plays into it, though. Because, I mean, you know the bread and butter stuff. You just have to, when you pick it, like, play it as seriously as you play Crom. You know what I mean? Don't tell yourself, like, it's just kind of like my side character. No, you're... Are they finally started?
Terry a lot, so it's like, I think once I thought about picking Terry against him.
Who?
Renegade. He plays about Terry a lot.
He complains about a character.
That he beats, yeah.
I'm going to start playing... Man, you know what? Once this tournament's over, play my Terry.
You were?
Yeah. Oh no, he chose Enderman.
I don't have too much time after bracket, but... We can
Yeah, we'll
play,
see.
like, a couple before
He just... He pulled a grenade, ran up to the blocks with it, and let it blow up on the blocks. Yeah, sorry, it is. And he allowed the grenade to blow up on the block, which is kind of a creative way to deal with it. Wow, yeah, the grenades are doing a really good job of beating all the blocks, honestly.
Kind of like double tapped.
You double tap them?
Yeah, when you said winners final.
Wait, what? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
Winners finals. Oh, boxing Snake in. I'm seeing a lot of block patterns this game that I don't think I've seen from Sewerperson in other games. It makes me kind of wonder, does he have multiple different setups for, like, all the matchups? Up tilt beat the falling back air. I think poorly spaced a little bit by Sewerperson. Still kind of surprising.
Yeah, that might work out for him. Like, if he blocks Snake in, like, some ways, like, you see how that grenade, or not grenade, that grenade just, like, bounce?
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's that moment I'm sure you saw a little bit earlier. He literally put, like, a box around Renegade while he was, doing something.
I didn't see that, but
Oh, okay.
I know you said
But yeah. So both of them are pretty creative, I think, with what they're doing here. And I guess they kind of have to be because, again, kind of like we were saying earlier, they're not very similar characters, but what they both want is very similar. And Renegade setting up a counter setup is what that looked like. It looks like he has seen that before, so he decided to set up the perfect grenade to counter it. Now, I would imagine that Snake is just, again, since they want to be the same thing almost, Snake is just a more consistent version of it.
yes.
Steve can probably blow up stocks a lot quicker, but Snake doesn't need diamond. He's basically in diamond mode all the time.
Pretty much. You got the up tilt check.
Yeah. His normals are just always strong, and then his projectiles are good. While from long range, Steve doesn't really have too much. And then the fact that Snake can actually deal with the blocks is pretty big, because I would imagine that's one of the big deciding factors in matchups for Steve is how well does that character deal with blocks, how well do they deal with minecart. And it looks like Snake deals with all of that pretty well. Ooh, wow, yeah, see, it blew up the platform, it blew up Steve. Grenades kind of just beat Steve, it looks like. Yeah, and then you leave oh, it doesn't look like they beat Stone completely. That's kind of cool. So maybe Sewerperson can try to waste all of his wood, maybe. Good up smash. Didn't think that was going to kill, but good amount of rage. Will take it. Sets up his double house. That's kind of cool. Oh, yeah, you can't jump over Snake like that. He will just up tilt you. I would assume Renegade probably has like tilt stick on. Either way, just dropping shield and pressing up and A is really quick. He can react to that pretty fast.
Now I feel like he's gonna ban FD and like he wants to have no platforms, or not no platforms. But
I don't know. Like again, this matchup is so. I'm sure there's a lot of interactions that are really goofy that they understand that to us are going to be like really surprising. So I'm sure that every single stage has, you know, a ton of implications in these matchups because both of them like using the terrain, I think, more than most characters do. And then also Steve, of course, getting different block types from different maps is
yeah,
it's a lot to consider on what to ban against
wood,
Steve.
you got the dirt, and then
The wool and the iron being more on like Lilat, and I think Kalos as well. Basically making those stages auto bans because you don't want them to just get an abundance of iron and stone, especially in this matchup. So that's probably why we're not seeing those stages. Renegade likely banned all the iron stone stages. But we've been seeing this stage a lot against Renegade, even though he also picks it. So, you know, I think people need to figure out what stage to go to and maybe stop choosing such neutral stages and figure out to what extreme can your character play, because you're going to have to be taking advantage of the few negatives that Snake has to actually be able to beat him. Ooh, good job getting out of that. Oh,
like, there's not a counter pick or anything like that to where he does get this stage.
and realistically, I think again it's a case of Snake being a more consistent version of what Steve wants to be. Like, he's probably good on every single stage, whereas Steve has stages that he prefers. Wow. Yeah, Renegade, I guess kind of showing, this is kind of where I thought maybe this matchup would go. A lot of what Steve does is like empty pressure. Him getting Diamond to begin with takes so long. Renegade can deal with it long range, can deal with it short range, can even deal with that, which is pretty hard to deal with for a lot of characters because it has such little end lag and a little bit of a hitbox at the start. Good coverage. Yeah, that covered almost every option, I believe. Good job there. I actually kind of like that. I think that even covered a little bit of the roll, maybe. Good down tilt. Oh, we just saw him like up tilt, run up tilt, roll back, up tilt. And sometimes it works. Good patience from honestly both of them, but Sewerperson just chose the right option. Oh, and misspaced it and ate a down air for it. That's like 30%. Yeah. It's like frame 8 too, I believe. Frame 8, frame 6 or 8, something like that. It's very fast. And the fact that you can cancel Snake's forward tilt makes it such a good just like check. Oh my goodness, so many stocks we've seen from people just running on top of Renegade's C4. And, you know, not that I'm any better. I lose stocks to that too all the time. I think everybody does, honestly. It's hard to think about what you want to do, what your character's doing, all that kind of stuff, and then also have to worry about where that thing is all the time.
It's like we get blown up one way or another.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm just thinking, oh, this explosion here, maybe that was a C4. Did he blow that up? And then I'm looking back at him. I lose it. It's really easy to lose that, especially with all the grenades going around the stage.
Well, okay. Not everything else, but
Forward smash would feel pretty bad.
I'd rather get blown up by the forward smash than to get the up smash and the C4.
Up smash does feel pretty bad. I think all the other stuff is fine. Up smashes, I think, is the glue that ties that character
Remember
together.
post patch when it
Pre-patch? No, okay. Pre-patch, up smash Snake was my main. Day one, I saw that character. I was like, this is pretty good. So, and then they nerfed him. And then I saw Olimar's up smash was pretty good, and I played him, and then they nerfed him. If they have a good up smash, I like playing them, but they nerf all my favorite ones. It's very sad. Very sad. But back to, sorry, game... This is game 2-3, right? Renegade won the other one.
Yeah, so I think Renegade one.
Right. Yeah, that was his counter pick, or that was Sewerperson's
Now
counter
it's
pick.
sitting real good for Renegade.
Yeah. And you know, this is something that I'm not too sure what Steve's goal is. You know what I mean? Like, Snake as a character benefits from what Steve is trying to do. So I think by nature this matchup has to be pretty difficult for Steve. I believe that's true. I could be wrong, but I believe that combo's true. Either way, not taking it, surprisingly.
Where's the DI though?
That's pretty interesting. Not only can Snake run up with a grenade and just kind of drop it in front of the blocks to blow it up, but he can also down tilt it. And then because his dash attack is so low to the ground, he can down tilt, break the bottom block, and then just dash attack underneath it. Which is pretty cool.
Think on occasions, like, that if he had his diamond or at least gold, that his
you know
stocks
what?
would have been easier. Like
Maybe gold would be a good thing for Renegade to try to get. Maybe gold and wood, right? You want your options to be fast.
Yeah, you want it to be fast, like especially at high percentage, so that way you could just knock a stock out of a snake right away.
Maybe. I mean, it's hard to say. Again, from just watching this set, this one set, there's just a lot that Snake's doing that just seems to counter what Steve is doing. Maybe you can make Renegade SD, maybe. But maybe be more aggressive. But then Steve doesn't really benefit from aggression either. And then
you can, but
that's where Renegade wants you to be too.
Yeah, that's
wow. Yeah, good conversion there. It's possible that this matchup is just maybe something that Sewerperson should. I don't know if he has any other characters, but maybe he should try them.
No, I think he's doing. Honestly, I think he's doing fine with Steve. But there's a lot of opportunities that I do feel like when he needs it the most, that he's not able to get it. And
Good pressure.
Goodness.
I want to say, yeah. Poorly spaced. Come on, Renegade. There's nowhere else for him to go. Oh,
he was trying to spell F for a second. That's just
possibly,
me. That's just me.
possibly. I know he has built an L on me, and a lot of the Steves build L's. But, you know, how can you not? It's pretty tempting. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. No. That's your band. If you do that, I would call the TO over. I would call the TO over. I'd be like, excuse me, that was pretty inappropriate. Did anyone else see